All right, this should work. This should work. Um, Now that we got the preview going, probably just overwrote. I'll have to go in and delete that video. So we'll do that right now while we're at it. Welcome to my atrocious show today. And it is atrocious. Everything that could have went wrong as soon as I got started. It's funny. Hold on, I'm gonna have to deal with that as well because my cat is being a pain in the ass. But I need to go into the YouTube studio and go into content and delete the goofy. Yeah, maybe it's not. I don't know. Let's look at our live posts. What is today? The 6th. Yeah, that one. Let's get rid of that one. One selected. Is there a way to delete these? I know I'm doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing while I'm streaming, but I don't care. It's a learning. I'm new to. There we go. Delete forever. I understand. And delete. All right. I'm not sure, but I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very sure. Very, very sure. Very sure. So, yeah, that was a goof. All right, let me go ahead and turn off a few other things, and we'll get started on this. And I apologize. Like I said, everything wanted to update like as soon as I got into starting to stream, so I had to sit, pile around. So, welcome to my little game, if you will, of that I play. This is Diablo Immortal, and we're going to walk you guys through basically a daily routine of how a top 10 and competitive player goes through this. Now, a lot of people are going to laugh because of the size of my wings, but I'm part of one of the top 10 clans here over at Burning Hells, member of the B team. So, been playing this game since before launch, actually. I was early access. Yes, there was an early access. There was a 3-day, 72-hour early access that if you did beta, you got on. Some people got it for a day early. Some people got it 3 days early. I got it 3 days early, so I was able to play without any, repercussions of, being behind early. And so I've been... Ooh, and a silverstone cell. Finally. These have been atrocious lately. Let me go ahead and update it, list item, and that should be the lot of them. Nope, the Addy room expired too. And I can't drop those. That's the sad part, is like that's the limit. So that thing's been on the auction house for like 3 weeks. I've not been able to sell it. Like, not once. So for those of you that don't understand what that means, and then give you guys a little background, when you go to Dark Clans, we are listed as number 2. We've been kind of trading with Elysian Vanguard, which is one of our teams. It's us, Elysian, and Jedstar on this server that usually handle the off-rain. Right now we're Shadows, so we're on our off side. But last rain we were the Immortals, so this is just to kind of get you guys through better practices. So what I like to do is I like to get rid of my red dot of doom up in the corner by simply logging in and doing everything. Now I have 2 characters, so you guys will see me successfully do this on 2 characters. I have a system, a bit of a routine, because there are a lot of people that are occupied throughout their daily lives, and they're unable to play as much as some of your cohorts, and when that happens, it's a travesty. All right, so the red dot of doom is gone. Now let's go start collecting our daily stuff. So dailies are going to be very simple. Now that you can send your pets to do your contracts, that's the first thing you want to do is log over and start your pet on your contract. Then you want to go over and grab your free chip from the Elder Rift. You can save it, you can run it, you can do whatever you want with it. Some people have their own distinct way. I like to save anywhere between like 3 to 10. I really try to run a 10 piece with them. But it doesn't always happen. Sometimes I need the pieces. I know it's just telling us we got like 6 days left on our battle passes. And then, oh, hold on, actually getting ahead of myself. So the first thing I do, I pick up my 4 quests, and then before I even get that started, I go up here to Southern Dreadlands, and I'll go to Gole Madness Waypoint. This waypoint right here is insanely important to remember because every single day you're going to show up here. The reason why is you're going to run the event out here, the Shard Storm. Some people call it Sentinel Stand. I call it the Shard Storm. It's the same. It says enter the Shard Storm, Sentinel Stand. So you can go into the Shard Storm and do the event there. It's a free Lego, minimum one, and I'm repeating myself, minimum 1 free Lego. I have gotten 5 out of 4 out of the box and 1 out. And we're gonna go over how we do this. So the first thing we're gonna do, and this is gonna be a little awkward. Some people like to do this the opposite way. I do it this way because it makes sense. Is I create 3 energy towers right off the bat, and then I'll go and I'll create the 1 bolt caster up here. Because by the time they appear, you'll have enough flow to create that second bolt caster, and then move on. And you'll have 3. And then I come over here and I do 2 over here. Sometimes I'll do 3, just depends on the day. But you want to continue to build energy towers, and this is how you're going to get your energy up over in rapid succession. So while this is building up, we can make it to here and then drop it because it's not going to hurt anything. Same thing, drop it, move over here, and then drop it as soon as it's ready. And then you just walk back to the starter because this could change. Okay, this could go from bolt casters to gust towers to electric towers to whatever, but you want to be right as close to the one. So the next one is predictability. You're going to try to predict it because you know it's going to change. So this one is lightning towers. See, so lightning towers are very, and this is the reason why those guys appear quickly. And they move fast, so you want to try to zap them as you know, and get these towers upgraded. This is the kicker, because this tower staying here permanently is not moving. I do a 4 and a 3, or sometimes a 4 and a 2. In this case, it seems like energy's building at a decent rate, so we'll do a 4 and a 2. So this way, if anything leaks past that 4, we'll have a 2. Now, I typically am going to do a prediction on this, and sometimes I'm right and sometimes I'm wrong, but I think this is going to be the next lane that is going to be gust towers. Now, I might be wrong, and they could shove me down here, but it's I'm almost like there's like, I want to say like a 75% chance that it's going to be over here. And this will get your, this will get your day started with a Lego and a leg up. All right, yep, see? Predictive. It's going to be gust towers, I can almost tell you. Yep. Because, again, gust towers are expensive. You want to try to level them up so that first shot sucks. All right, so there's a rank 4. And I'm definitely going to have to let my cat in because she is being a pain in the butt. And then we're just going to replace it with a gust tower, and then we're going to rank this one up to rank 2. Same as before, and then what we'll do is with that extra cash flow, we'll go over, because it's going to stream through here in a minute, and we'll rank up this to the rank 3, and then we'll work on the, see by the time I moved over there, is already ready for rank 3, because you want to try to, you know, like it's got to be like 2, you know, 3, 2, 2, and then goes from there. And my cat is going haywire. She always does this when I'm streaming. She thinks the show stars her. So again, as long as you can get that first wave to rank 4, the rest of it comes fairly easy. So let me let my animal in real quick before she tears this damn door down. All right. And again, rank 4. And you're going to go with any spare grip, you're going to go and you're going to rank up the rest of these. Because again, getting this one up is very important, especially like as fast as you can, because they will escape. And sometimes they get knocked sideways. Like the gust towers will knock them sideways. And then when they get knocked sideways, they can't, like for some reason, it won't tap them the right way. So it won't knock them back. It'll damage them. Sometimes it's a glitch. Hi. Yes, I have a kitty cat. So, and the same thing goes with this one. You're just gonna knock this to rank 4, and then that way you have all of them ranked up to rank 4. And then with your spare grip, it'll be the same thing. You'll just come over here and you'll start building the same towers. You want 3 of each tower on the line in consecutive order, that is. So that one's a rank 4, and then this one's going to be a lightning tower. So watch, bang. And typically, if you're good, you should be able to get a rank of each tower, a rank 4 down to this one. Once you get to this one you should be able to get to rank 3, sometimes rank 2, before the 5th wave. See, so I'm going to be able to get this one to rank 3, and that's where it's going to stall until the next wave. You notice, like, my untainted life is at 100%, so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm on par with what I should be doing. If you have 2 lanes that are 3 rank 4s, and one is a 2 rank 4s and a rank 3, you're golden. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't worry about it, because you know at this point they're not going to get past, or they're not going to get very far past your defenses. And then what I like to do is with this 10th tower, I seal it up with a flame tower. Now, what some people do, and I don't discount this because this isn't a bad thing, but what some people will do is that they will take and they'll cement the last 4 with flame towers, and I don't see a problem with that, with the exception of it's costly, and this event runs up to an hour past the shoulder, and if they get past this still has life on it, by the way, so like they can end your hour soon and you won't get as much loot. That's the point that I'm making. A lot of people don't realize that, so they just throw whatever up and, you know, lay and pray. But there's 3 chests in the beginning, and then there's an hour worth of that flooded stream going through. And if you've ever had that event end early, like, you know, you got done and it said it was done 30 minutes earlier, that's because your build on this lane did not work, which actually my lanes are done. So I'm going to stand here, wait for that, so that way I can collect all my loot. And you'll see that I get a Lego, and then I'll pick up everything that's floating around. So you see the legendary, it's glowing right there. So I at least got 1 legendary out of the thing. I'm going to do my quick walk around and pick up any scrap that may have hit the floor, and then like over here, and then down here as well. I usually root up down here and make a P walk, you know, a reverse P, but it doesn't look like a, you know, like I'm talking to you guys, I kind of got distracted. but you should finish off fairly well, and then this will run for an hour or up to an hour, provided that you have a good build. This build right here that I do guarantees the hour because it's 3 in each lane plus that. So, and these don't change up, they don't mix them. It's the same thing that comes down the pipe. So as long as you know you're, because I've known people to do like all flame towers, and that doesn't always work. That if that portal gets hit too many times, it's got a little life bar on it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it gets hit too many times, it's still got a life bar on it. It's just not seen. It'll end the event early, and then you won't get as much XP. Shit. You won't get as much XP. I have so many of these that I could turn in. You won't get as much XP, and you won't get as many pieces of gear. You see what I'm saying? Not as much money, the whole works, like it ruins the event. And you know, that's what I try to warn people about, you know, my clan members about, is like, look dude, you know, like do it the right way. Don't do it the way that you think it is. Do it the way that it needs to be done. Oh, she's just so whiny today. Y'all will hear her from time to time. She likes to show her butt when I'm doing stuff. It's nothing out of the norm. So the next thing I do after that is I get started on my bounties. Oh shit. Hell yeah. And I got an AE. Sweet. Ancient Elite. My build is a little broken right now because I don't have enough skill cooldown percentage and beneficial duration cooldown. Ever since I got the new i5 gear, it's been garbage. I'm not happy because I'm off my horse too much, like way too much, and I know it's because I'm lacking, like I'm a half second away from the light up. I'm not even that. I'm like a split second. If I was even I'm like right on the border of the cooldown for my horse. Otherwise, I'd be able to stay on my horse forever. I know this because I ran this build before last week, and it was good, and then I replaced it, and you know, my beneficial duration, and skill cooldown, I lost some pieces. But I made up for it with CR and this new build that I learned. I have several builds. I just get bored with this class really easy, and that's why I have an alt. Some people don't understand that. You have an alt, and okay, so here's the thing for you guys to understand, okay? We have alts so that we don't have to class change our mains. See what I'm saying? Like my none of my stuff on this character. Now this character, you know, may not seem like much to you guys, but you know, this character has a lot of sentimental value to me. This was actually my second character. My first character is now my alt, because before they introduced class changes to the game, once you picked it, that was you. And my original character was unfortunately a wizard. And in the beginning of this game, wizards were totally underpowered. And I still don't think that they've completely fixed them the right way. Once class changes were allowed, I then class changed my alt whenever I wanted to play something different, and I kept my main as a Crusader. Because I felt like, okay, and this is just from playing a Crusader for so long, I feel like a Crusader is like the jack of all trades. So if I want a different play style, I can have a different play style because there's so many different builds. Like off the top of my head, I know of at least like 25 different builds for this class. Like that's no joke. Like I have my entire armory is filled with builds. There are many more builds than that, and they're all functionable. Not all of them are going to have the same damage output, but some of them are really fun to play, so that kind of, you know, makes the difference. And others are, you know, for support or for partying and for raiding, and you know, there's some PvP builds. So it's like, it's literally like it's a Swiss Army knife of the game. It's a jack of all trades and a master of really none. So it's, and again, like I remember when in the beginning, like this class was super hard to play, and I've been playing, Crusader since day one. I created this character day one because I created Ray, and then created Oda, and then was like, well, I'm gonna play Oda a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So I did, and that's kind of how I got started with, with having an alt. Now, having an alt is not a bad responsibility because you can get done with all of your stuff, and I'm showing you guys within a reasonable amount of time on two characters, um, and still have enough time to goof off for the rest of the day. Because so many people are hyper focused on one character, like they don't think that they can run two characters, which is completely false. It is that you are hyper focused on one character, okay, and being hyper, there's nothing wrong with that if that's your, what you plan on doing. But if you're planning on having an alt, you've got to break away from being hyper focused on one character, and you've got to realize that you've got to get into a routine. And even if you get into a routine like the one that I have, you know what I'm saying, like you're still gonna be lacking behind a little bit. Like I'm behind on, I took a break after our reign. Like I didn't like leave the game, I just wasn't putting as much time into it. I literally, during our Immortal reign, I was running this character, a shadow character, and I was playing a season of Diablo 4, so I kind of burnt myself out. That's my fault, but I still maintained, enough during the reign to receive a 12% badge as an immortal, and to right now I'm still eligible for an 8% badge as a shadow. So I haven't been like super inactive. I've just not been playing as much as I normally would. You see what I'm saying? So you fall behind, and it's just, you can pick and choose some of your responsibilities. That's what I always tell people. It's like, pick and choose your responsibilities. If you're gonna slack that day, pick and choose them. It is a very community driven game, and I'll say that much. Like, if anybody in your clan, okay, like if even like 10% of your clan can slack, all right, we'll put it into terms. 10% of your clan can slack, but if 30% of your clan slacks, you're done. You fall out of the ranking system really quickly on the PvE leaderboard. And the leaderboard is actually how you get recruitment, by the way. So the more active clans show up on the leaderboards, higher up. All right. Um, of course, because they're in the lead, but also on the recruitment board, if they have openings, they show up higher on the recruitment board too. You see how fast, like that went. In the amount of time that we've been talking, I was able to knock out one quest plus the event. And this is literally the last quest I have to do on this character. I'm pretty much, other than running 3 dungeons, which I save those because events. We get those events. Those events mean a whole lot. So, and then what we do is we just continue to rinse, repeat, and we've done all of our stuff in less than like what, 20 minutes now. 10, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. So then this is just one character, all right? You can do this. Yes, I love these. You can do this multiple times a day. What happens is that we get stuck in social mode, all right, where we're hanging out with our homies, what I'm saying, in clan chat. And, again, there's nothing wrong with running an alt, all right? And I don't knock people for it as long as they don't, let their main fall behind too far. You know what I'm saying? Because you're always going to have a little bit of a gap difference because it's a time thing. This game is a time sink. It requires you to put in a lot of time and grinding out dungeons and events and stuff like that to maintain your structure in your game. And I hats off to everybody. What I'm saying, who plays this game, because it's a chore. It really is. It's a chore, but it's a fun one. And so I don't knock people for, I don't knock people for playing whatever makes them happy or spending money on whatever they want to do. And that's the big case about this game, is like, if you're a big spender, like you get kind of joshed a lot by light spenders, which is like a weed eater. Oh, got one right there. Usually this area is like hyper farmed too. This is the sad part. Oh, and we're done. Got our supplies. All right. This whole area is hyper farmed, and um, I wish Blizzard would address this zone, like literally like put quests in here in different areas, because the AFK farmers have completely obliterated this zone and they're working on the new zone. That shit, like, and I understand, like, well, I guess, coming from the background and working with a lot of whales. Okay, and I've partnered with a lot of whales. I'm good friends with some of them in this game. And for those of you that are like just now, like wondering what the hell you're tuning into, this is Diablo Immortal. A whale is a person that is a big spender. They've spent tens of thousands or maybe even hundreds of thousands on this game, or on a game, on a mobile game. So our whales are really nice guys. They're not, like elitists in any way, shape, or form. And I know I just finished the quest. They're not elitists in any way, shape, or form. But at the same time, some of them don't have all the time in the world. That's why they have money. And so that's why they spent money, was because the money is going to make up for the time that they can't play. This game is different in the aspects that, yes, it is pay to win on some things, but it's mostly PvP. And that's where a lot of people get really dissatisfied with it, is because like they'll get into a battleground and you think that you're unstoppable, but literally, like, this game will humble you. You know what I'm saying? Like, real quick, with PvP, because there are players that, yes, they have all of the prerequisites to be like just menaces on the battlefield or on the battleground. But then there are some people that are pay to win. You know what I'm saying? And those are the players that take a lot of the slack in this game. But honestly, like, it's the matchmaking in this game has changed so much that you rarely run into somebody that is like way over your limit, for the majority of battlegrounds. Now, when you get into like the elite level, like the Legends League, you're on your own on that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're fighting everything in the world. But when you're matchmaking for 90% of your battlegrounds, you're usually getting people that are within you can beat. You see what I'm saying? Like, a 1k can rezo player can beat a 3k. A 1k rezo player can beat a 4k player. Like, honestly, like, a good player could beat a good player. You know what I'm saying? It's doable. So the matchmaking goes beyond that. Now, you'll every now and again, like, especially like because of queue times and stuff like that, you'll get a whale, but they get nerfed. Okay, and that's the thing that you don't understand. Like, they get nerfed for matchmaking purposes. So like their legendary gems or their rezo or their secondaries will get nerfed, and they don't know exactly what got taken away from them. So it's like you're it's kind of like potluck almost, when you're joining you don't know what's going to get brought to the table, basically. And it's all good. It's all good. I don't complain because I don't ever see them. I play enough battlegrounds. I've ran ran through Legend multiple times, and I usually don't see hyper whales like 6Ks, 8Ks until I start reaching close to like gold 4, gold Legend ranks around there. So the complaint about, oh well, they've got all these whales in the game. There are a lot of people backed off this game, personal reasons, family, what have you. But looky there, we're done. So we'll drop this off, and then we're gonna start it on the other character. It's gonna be the same exact thing, and you'll see, like, you gain your levels. You know what I'm saying? And then once you're done, you're done. You're done. You don't have to worry about anything other than logging back in and picking up your things. And this is just the quick and easy way. And, you know, if later I want to log back in or log back over and grind out, you know, some goals or something like that, like I just did, I've got like one goal left and I'm going to save that for later. I don't remember which of these I have that I'm almost certain that I'm going to have to upgrade. Okay. And then you do your events again. Because there's always like, you're always going to proc something at the end, which I'm real close to. Oops, I should be real close to getting something. Yeah. So this event's going to be going for a while, at least another week. And claim these. You want to try to claim as many as you possibly can, you know? So you gain your levels. I've already gotten that reward. Oh, no, I didn't. See? This is why you want to check your red dots, because I already know, and already know. I'm not registering. So that is pretty much the gist of this character. Let me go identify and then, you know, do my normal stuff that I would do before I log over. I'll usually call this like the cooldown. It's when you're looking at all of your stuff. 2312, 2320. It's a good PvP piece. It really is, but it's not. It's not for me. Okay, so we're gonna keep that piece. And I think I made one last night, so nope, I did not. Shit. Go over here, talk to Yakin, get ripped off a few times. Well, maybe not. Maybe today he's... Nope. He was not being gentle. And probably just procced another battle pass. Yeah. So I just procced another battle pass feature. And then head over to here and drop this off, and then we'll get on Ray Ray. And we'll do the same thing. So you guys can see it done twice. Continue. As nice as that piece is, it's not nice enough. It's a PvP piece, which I mean I could easily use, but I could replace it. I'm going to replace it like in a week with an actual triple or triple double. Damn it, I'm so close. All right, so we're done with this character. So what we're going to do is we're going to log over and we're going to rinse repeat with Ray Ray. My alt, like I said, my alt's not too far behind. Now my alt, in a lot of ways, is ahead, even though he's not or she's not. She's ahead of the curve. Oh, my coffee got cold quick. That's strange. Usually it's a radiant. All right. So usually things go a lot easier with Ray Ray. Because Ray Ray's damage output is stupid because of the Hoda build. So Ray Ray is actually a lot more powerful than Oda. And we're going to start the same thing, just Shadow Contract first. A lot of people will split them, but I like to get my Shadow Contracts done within about within the 4.5 hour mark. So then I can send them to wherever they need to go. Now, on this character, we're not the same clan. I'm in our feeder clan. Sometimes our cursed tower is not secure, which isn't, I log in and I have to, battle. Usually I log into Ray Ray first and then knock that out, but I did everything bass backwards today. So market alert and battle pass alert. All right, good. And again, it's the first thing you should always do in the morning. Fight your red dots. get your red dots off the screen. So because it's free stuff, and you might be able to use it like right out of the get-go. Like that 20 scrap could potentially push you over to an upgrade. Um, and you'll see like I've got so many things I gotta do. And knock out the Shadow War bracket, and the red dots are pretty much done almost, except for this one. Codex red dot's not. And it's just gonna tell me I have a new quest. There we go. All right, so what we're gonna do over here is simple. I'm gonna knock out Yakin first, since Yakin's. Okay, here my cat's snoring. So... Bang, done. We'll just go over here and we will salvage equipment. And I think I got a Lego from last night, maybe. I'm not sure. So we'll go ahead and drop this so I have a clean slate, if you will. I'm actually really close to also getting ranking up my Chip Stoneflesh to rank 4. So I'll have 4 rank 4 5 stars on this character. It's stupid. Like, I know. And so this character is technically free to play. And when I say technically, I mean that technically. Because I buy Battle Pass for my main character, all of my alts on the same server get the Battle Pass to a certain degree. Like, you don't get the cosmetic. The first character that unlocks the cosmetic gets the cosmetic, but the Battle Pass itself you get for free. So we've got that done. So now let's get back into doing this, and you guys will understand by the end of the video why we do it this way. So we're going to go over to the Goalie of Madness, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start knocking out that quest, and then we're going to move forward with bounties. And that's pretty much it. And that knocks out the first part of the day on the character. Everything else after that, like what you're required to do is you're required to run 3 dungeons a day. And then you can also do your 3 battlegrounds a day. And they help out with getting your badge. They add a little extra bump. But if you're doing all of your goals weekly, that's going to bump you too. My phone is going off. It's probably work. So, you want that extra bump if you can get it. That's what I try to tell a lot of the new players. You see, the Bolt Caster is now here, and it started like right on time. Like I said, it's going to feel like a little crunched, but you'll always get that Bolt Caster in after 3. I know some people will do like 2 and then 2 Bolt Casters and then 2 energy towers. But that extra energy tower is a big difference between having an upgrade early and not. Honestly, it does. These they make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, the longer that you have them up. Like, I feel like I'm behind right now, so I have to go back over here. All right, so what's the next monster? Gust Towers. All right, so this is going to be a really strange one because you don't usually see Gust Towers out this early. Or especially down here. Come on, let me get that level 3. Yeah, it's gonna be a frackin' fight, I can tell you. Which is okay, because like the longer this takes, the more energy that I'll gain. The more energy you gain, the better off you are. So, alright. Typically I want to rank that to 2, but I don't think that I'm going to have the energy to do it without messing something up. And so far it looks like this might be holding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here because I suspect that this one might be, but I can use the bridge if it's not to get to the next one. And it's more than likely going to be, yeah, it's over here. Lightning towers. So I've got to get these up ASAP because otherwise I'm in a world of hurt. Lightning tower. As I was explaining earlier, you see how fast those guys can go sometimes? And then do a rank 2 over here, which ain't gonna cost much. Actually, I'll do a rank 3 over there. That way I ain't gotta worry about that one. And then we'll go back down here and plug this one to its rank 3 as well. Oh shit. Oh shit. Do you see what I'm saying? How sometimes these will get a little messy. Caster. Sometimes you gotta mess with them. And then go back down. Energy tower. This is what I talk about sometimes when they get a little, you know, handsy. And that's because I wasn't able to rank this one up fast enough. And then the last one's going to be super easy. Save myself. Casters. You'll always be able to produce or predict that last one, of course, because there's only 3 that you use out of this whole entire thing. I never understood why they put the frost one there, honestly. It's a really good, it's actually a really good tower. I'm not gonna BS you guys, I think it's a really good tower. Got my rank 4. Bang, look at that. So, and sometimes you have to adjust like that. Like I said, they get turned sideways like that, and there's nothing you can do. And then this will go to rank 4, and then we'll rank 4 the others. There's nothing you can do but build another tower in its place, man. That's pretty much all you can do. Because you want to try to keep 100%, or you don't want to fall below 90. Because if you do, you're in a world of hurt. All right, so now we can rank 4 that. And that's another stun, and then we'll go over here and we'll rank 2 that. Look there. Just gained a level. Nice, huh? Nice. 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 Very nice. Like, I feel like I'm falling behind, but I know I'm not, because I've got... Alright. So, this one is lightning towers? Yes. Lightning towers. Very good. 2. And then we'll go 2,000, and that'll give us a 3. Yeah, I'm behind. I can tell. You can always tell when you're falling behind because your builds don't seem right. See what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm not behind. I'm actually 100. I was close to being behind. So as I was saying, you can usually tell if you're behind if you by the end of wave 5 you should have 3 in each row, and that last one should be rank 3. So I'm doing good. I was barely able to do it, but I did it. Yay me. Alright. And we'll rank 4 this and then go from there. Because we won't see they won't peek up past this. It don't happen. If it does, then something glitched. Nothing ever peeks up past these. And I'll show you where I normally sit so that you guys have a better understanding. Because like I didn't do it with Oda, but I can do it with this character. I know I'm still new to the YouTube streaming, and so I know I have to fix the stream quality, because I know, like, I looked at my stuff and was like, it's grainy, so I'm gonna mess with it today, and if it's still grainy, I'm gonna look up some things. Each streaming service is different, okay? So like Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, they all have different bit rates, okay? And so I usually default to the lowest bit rate, not like the lowest as in like what I can put it at, but with the lowest bit rate that is required of me. So, like for example, if I'm streaming on Facebook Live has really low requirements and they have a really low ceiling too, which means that they don't want you shoving a lot of data into their ports all at one time. So they have a limitation, and then what it does is it upscales from within, because it picks out the necessary information to upscale. So it's not like their videos are not really all that great. Where Twitch and YouTube have a little bit more leniency, you can play with it a little bit more. But I'm set to encoding basically at YouTube's leisure, if you will, or Twitch, not YouTube, but Facebook's leisure. So my settings are set up to theirs, but not to Twitch's, to where it's like the best quality. So I've got to go in and figure out what quality is the best for Twitch or YouTube, and I'll figure it out. It's all just reading, writing, and arithmetic. All right, so now we are here. Let us get into here. Fucking World's Crown. World's Crown's the worst. And I'll explain why. It's too big. I think I had one yesterday. And I don't want to complain about it too much. See what I'm saying? Or seem like I'm complaining about it too much, but World Crown is just way too big. It doesn't make sense as to why it's that big. Like, I don't know if they were doing this to give people more grind zones, because the respawn rate out here is pretty fast. To have places to grind, because the big debacle right now between players is AFK farming. Blizzard doesn't seem to have an issue with it unless it's being done in areas, like high traffic areas, like where you do your bounties, your quests, etc., etc. And that's where it's being done. So, like, you'll literally see these guys in some of these zones where they're just standing still and they're letting their gems and their pets drop the enemies, basically, rather than going around and running circles like a normal player. This is technically cheating. And because not everybody can do that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not a feature of the game. And those that are doing it are starting to learn that Blizzard is not messing around with them, because Blizzard is applying bans. It's just taking a lot longer because they got to investigate. You know what I'm saying? They are quick to apply a ban if it's severe enough, but like open world farming in this game, it's not as, and this is what we try to tell people, like, that are doing that particular bad habit, is that it is not as rewarding as running dungeons and all this other stuff. Now, I know, like, some people, the reason why some people are doing it is to be able to upgrade their legendary ranks on their gear because of the salvage. And I get that. I really do. But that is not the right way of going about doing it. Going about like that's to a lot of us hardcore players, like, that's a lack of integrity. And if you ever want to maintain being in a good clan, that's not, you don't want your clan to catch you doing something like that, which is considered a bad habit. Especially if it's something that could potentially get you banned and then get the clan punished too, because like that's Blizzard will not only punish a player, but they're synonymous for punishing clans. Oh look, I got another AE. They're synonymous for punishing clans for activities too if a lot of people are involved in it. Like more recently, like people had a world first removed for cheating, for exploiting a bad mechanic in the game. If Blizzard, has their way, and they always get their way. It's Blizzard, Damn, that's two AEs in the same area. And a treasure goblin. Unfortunately, I didn't get a second Lego. It is 50-50. So, for those of you that, think that it's it's a added function to the game, it's not. And they're going to change some things about AFK farming. You can best believe that. And it'll be done probably in the near future, within the next 6 months, I'd have to say. So, because right now it does affect. The only thing that it does is, one, it gives you Paragon levels quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like, not as quick as running it yourself. You know what I'm saying? But quick enough because you're not there. You know what I'm saying? You're not having to attend to your character. You can just let him sit there and then farm until his heart's delight. Using basically no touch abilities, like there's proc abilities, abilities that when you take damage, it causes this to happen. Your gems and stuff like that. So, and people do this. It's stupid, especially necromancers, and it's not fair to other classes. You know what I'm saying, or to other players, because it's not a function of the game. It was not built. They built in-game farm zones for you to run circles in, and that's what I told a lot of our, I've caught a lot of players doing it that I'm good friends with, and I tell them, like, look, dude, like, this is not that's not what that's for, like, don't do that. If somebody reports you, or if enough people report you and Blizzard takes a look at it, they're going to ban your account. Plain and simple. They will ban your account. And so, and then I bring up some of the write-ups on it, where people have been caught doing it. And it's like, you don't do it, like, plain and simple, don't do it. Like, just do not get caught doing stupid shit. Because it's not just the game. So I'm saying they'll ban your entire Battle.net account, like, for for cheating, It's not like, oh, well, I'm banned from DI. No, you're banned from DI. You're banned from D3, D4, World of Warcraft. Like, you're banned. Like, it's a network-wide ban. Don't risk it. A lot of people put a lot of stuff in their accounts. They play other games with other people. You might be sitting on, 14, 15 years of World of Warcraft, and then, just because you want to get ahead for a few days, what I'm saying, you're going to risk your account. That's stupid. And the other thing, too, is like, for people that, oh, well, I pay all this money, I paid all this money. Well, yeah, you did pay all this money, but it's the same thing as, like, you could, it's cheating, plain and simple. It's cheating. So don't do it. We try to warn people. I try to warn people. I'm warning you guys. Do not break. If something's broken in the game and if it looks easy, and it is easy, it's not meant. It's broken. You see what I'm saying? And Blizzard doesn't reward you for broken stuff. They take it away. They do. And if you don't, if you think you can outsmart them, you can't. If you, oh, well, I'm getting away with it right now, it's because nobody has actually sat down and filed a report on your ass. That's fact. Because they will. Like, if you want to get rid of, a bad habit, you just report it. You're around people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. Eventually, people on your server are going to get pissed off enough to where they're going to start reporting you. And that's what's going on my server. Like, people are trying to defend, if Blizzard didn't want it to happen, they would turn it off. Well, no, it's not that. Like, they are okay with the AFK farming, the follow farming. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another, ball game that I don't think's, pretty cool anyways. But they're okay with the follow farming. They're not okay with you standing there and doing, and getting XP for your pets and your gems and stuff like that, procking off on monsters while you don't do a thing. The other thing, too, is the spoon farming. On some devices, now they've got, they have upped their game on this one. So to let you guys know that this doesn't work well anymore, because they have upped the software on the app. So what that means is that anything that is plugged into your computer, your phone, hardware-wise, that app will monitor. And the reason why is because there's been a lot of cheating out there with PlayStation and Xbox modded controllers and macro controllers in their games, and it's not just this game. It's this game and Overwatch, and there's a couple of other ones that it's like that on. So what they did was they put in a driver monitoring system to detect non-certified devices. So if you're playing with like a non-certified controller, especially like this happened with this game, especially because there's a huge forum write-up on it. If you were playing with a a controller that's not on the list, that's not allowed in the game, the system will automatically ban you, or it can automatically ban you, because it'll detect a macro controller. You're not allowed to use macro controllers, macro handheld, anything in this game, even if you've got it on your phone. Like there's some Asus phones, the ROG phones, that have programmable macro abilities. You cannot use those programmable macro abilities on this game or any other Blizzard game, and the reason why is because it's cheating. You know what I'm saying? And this is the basis on it. Not everybody anymore is going to be running a computer. And this is the way you got to look at it. You're going to be running into more and more people who are console driven, who love their console, who worship the ground their console walks on. So console players do not have the best ability in the world to install macros on their hardware. So like they can't run macro programs and certain devices like we do, like game pads and stuff like that. So it's not fair to them. Theirs gets programmed in the hardware itself. So like those slippery little Call of Duty controllers that everybody complains about on PlayStation, they're programmed within the controller, not within the actual hardware itself, not within the actual game console itself. So that's why a lot of people are getting banned for those too. So again, you've got to be careful with what you plug into your stuff, because the app will monitor. And this is known. Like they wrote up about it. They said, hey, look, we're getting sick and tired of the cheating, because it does take away from other players' experiences in the game. It's not fair. You know what I'm saying? It's you got to be really low to want to cheat in a free-to-play game, let alone a first-person shooter. You know what I'm saying? And this one's not a first-person shooter, but it is a free-to-play game. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just stupid. I don't condone cheaters. I've known people who do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been over a buddy's house. Like, that's all he does. Like, he gets on to cheat. It's all he does is like he tries to find ways of exploiting video games. It's his thing. It's like, dude, why do you even buy video games? You know what I'm saying? If all you do is like, and I've known this guy since we were kids. Like he's a kid that like popped in the Game Genie on the Nintendo all the time when he couldn't. He'd rent a video game, from like Blockbuster or Video Vault or something like that. That's gonna tell you my age. And just so that he could cheat, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what's the purpose of that? Like, you're spending all this money on a video game, and then you're gonna put the Game Genie into it. It's just, I get it if like, you play through it for days on end, can't get past a certain part, you know what I'm saying? And it's, because some of those old Nintendo games are really hard. And then you can't get past a certain part, and you finally just say fuck it and you want to plug it in, but there's no point in wanting to do it. And this guy's that way. You know what I'm saying? If he could scour the internet, he could find an exploit, he would do it. And to me, like, I wouldn't play with the guy, personally speaking. Like, I would not play any multiplayer games with the guy. I'm like, all he's gonna do is he's running hacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, it's gonna get you in trouble. Hang around him. And he wound up getting a VAC ban on his first Steam account. He since then has, another Steam account, but he got his first Steam account. He got a VAC ban on. He's cheating at Counter-Strike. You know, like why? It's like, oh yeah, man, like I got this like aimbot program, and then they'll get a VAC ban. Well, no shit. Kind of frowned upon. Now, as you can see, we're clearing down the pipe, if you will. I gotta get me some lunch in a minute because it's 11 p.m. here. I'm Central Standard Time. Used to live on the Eastern Standard Time. It takes a long time for your body. Oh shit! There's a treasure gobbo over here. I'm gonna try to stomp those guys like as fast as. Damn man, I got a Lego from them too. Nice. You want to try to stomp those guys as fast as possible. They take off on you quick. All right. So again, as we're coming down the pipe, there's a reason why I have this routine and why I do it this way, and it's because now once I finish up here and I log on over to Oda, I should be done. I should hit that hour mark, and I should be done with the Shard Storm. Like the Shard Storm should be ending, and I can log in over to Oda. Damn, dude, I am a Lego machine today. And again, it's all about like, to me, it's all about that slow crawl. I'm not trying to jump ahead. If I can maintain server Paragon and over, you know, I try to usually stay about 10 to 13 levels over server Paragon. But again, like I said, I took a little bit of a break. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How many of these do I have? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Y'all about to see something. Y'all about to see something. Watch this. I have just got my 2 Telluric Pearls that I needed. So it's about to get real. It's about to get live up in here. I think it's this and 100. Yeah. Yeah, it's that and 100. So Telluric Craft, Chip Stone Flesh, Craft. This don't happen very often. But I just made a 5-star gem so that I can upgrade another 5-star gem. Sweet. Now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna get the 100. Let me resolve this. See, it's beautiful when this happens. So this will drop. This should jump me up to around the 2160 to 2180, depending on where I gotta get this 100 from. So this is gonna be nice. $277, 2308. See, that's a jump right there, and it's a double. So that's an 18-point jump. Why that didn't? Oh wait, 2308. Even better. All right. Just want to make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to do. So see, that's a jump. All right. See, Ray always gets lucky. Oda is like never this lucky. Get rid of those 5. Bam. Getting close to getting that too. Let's just knock all this out first before we try to figure out where we're going to get 44,765 progression. If you ever don't know where this is, there's that little bookmark. Nice. I'm one of the very few people on here that has a 2K alt. I know that's going to sound funny, but it's a fact. Like, there's not very many people that have free-to-play players that are low-spend players that have a 2K alt. I do. And a lot of it is just because I started, you know, knock this out real quick. Damn, so close. I just need one more set of blues and it's done. Like I'll have a 3-piece and I can make a rank 5. which, or rank 6, sorry, which I can already do if I wanted to, mind you. But you got to be on the. You got to keep yourself safe. You always want to have spares of every gym before you upgrade, because sometimes you screw yourself. And I've done that before, and I've had to put a low rank gym in until I can make a new gym to replace it. All right, so let's figure out where we're going to get this 100 resonance from, okay, without completely and utterly catastrophically destroying my builds. Because this is going to be costly. And I do mean costly in order for me to pull this off. And I've been saving my resonance gems for quite some time. And you can tell, like, I've dipped below 2100, which is fine because I'm about to really jump ahead here in a minute. See, now I'm like 2079. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. I might have enough to pull this off. And we're going to go into gem services. And look, I might have 100 resins between those gems and what I'm saving. I don't know yet. All right. So there's 34 there. 24 there. And 53 there. And my power and command I can keep. All right, cool. Okay. I hate doing this, but you'll see there's always a reason, a rhyme behind the reason. That was a 90-point upgrade, okay? So now I should be around the 21. Notice, like, I didn't lose resonance. I'm 2169, all right? Right back to 2160, or I gained resonance from 2103, all right? Now, we're going to figure out what gems go where. That's a lightning core, because I have that PNC, that power and command. That's a battle guard. And now that's a rank 4, I can also wake it up, which I don't have the money to do right now. That's a battle guard. Yeah. I don't have the that to do yet, but we will look at that. We'll look into that. I guess I'm gonna have to just plug it for the 10 resonance. I don't remember where I pulled that gem off of exactly. Follower's burden. All right. I guess we'll just add the extra reso. Simply just plugging it in, and that'll be 2179, so close to 2180. Again, that's what those gems are there for, folks. They're there for, you know, extra what I refer to as extra plug-in resonance. You just, you know, you use them. But that was a surprise. That was a very nice surprise to be able to rank up my Chipstone Flesh to rank 4. So now I have 2179 resonance. So I'm not, you know, I'm not displeased with that. That was nice. A really nice, you know, nightcap, you know, cap to end the day, if you will. All right. Oh yeah, what we were gonna do. So first things first, double check everything before we log off for the day, if you will. You know, if we were logging off for the day, which, you know, I'll be logging off for, you know, for a couple hours. Then we jump back over to Oda. Oda never gets that lucky. Never. That's why, like I said, it makes me mad that I've put a little bit more money on Oda, but you know, I think it may be $500 on Oda, which you know, over almost a 3 year period of time, doesn't seem like it's not a whole lot. Again, let's see, make this. So we're so close to getting that done, and we're also close to having our red gems done too. I got to get life gems made like a mofo. Oh well, I guess it hasn't been an hour yet, and that's fine. So since Oda's done with what he's got to get done, we're going to go ahead and place Oda in the area where we can do assembly. Because, again, there's nothing I can do. And when I log in over for assembly, I'll do assembly, and then I can go claim my Shardstorm stuff after, because it's not even been an hour. And then you just do the same thing. You just log out the game. And then we'll move over to Ray Ray and do the same thing. Just move Ray Ray into the area and be done with it. Yeah, like I said, you can get 2 characters done in under an hour if you really want to work on it. You know, like it's not hard. It's not rocket science. It's literally just staying focused, doing your bounties, knocking out your making sure that you send your pets on your contracts, and then going from there. Mondays are going to be the more difficult ones. I don't recommend sending your pets out for all 3 of your contracts. Like send your pets out for maybe 1, and then do the other 2 manually. You know what I'm saying? So that way you can get your shadow points in. But outside of that, that's pretty much the gist of it. All right, man. I'm gonna get off this piece. It has been wonderful talking to you guys. Have a good one. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Hope this